YouTubers, welcome to the garden today. It's a beautiful day. I'm just sitting in a chair, literally, just chilling. Uh, and I wanted to talk to you about something that I think is quite interesting. And I went and did some reading on it, so that you don't have to. Um, but you still can if you want to. Mucilage. That's what I want to talk about. So most tropical plants produce, or a lot of tropical plants, flowering plants, produce something called mucilage. It's also found in the Drosera family of the carnivorous plants. It's a gelatinous substance, very sticky, and in the Bromeliad family, you'll find it in genuses like Freesia and Alcantaria. And when you'll find it is in the developmental phase of the flower spike. So as the the sealed flowers begin to mature and ready to open, you'll find this substance, which I'll show you in a second, sort of covering the back end of the flower, the base of the flower, the calyx. Excuse me, I'm a bit nasal, my sinuses are crazy. But yeah, the substance is at the base of the calyx, and it's believed that the reason why the plants produce this mucilage is because in the tropics it's hot, 90 to 100% humidity. It rains all the time. It is obviously therefore wet and sunny, and an environment like that cultures bacteria very easily, and viruses and that sort of thing. So plants could succumb to that. Also, it obviously provides a really good home for a myriad of different insects. Some good to plants and some not so good. Excuse me. So, a plant wants to obviously protect its flowers. You don't work all year and then develop a flower spike only to have something, you're 2 days before showtime and your flowers get munched off. Or your nectar is stolen and you don't get pollinated. So what Alcantarias do, for example, at the base, they produce pockets, and in these little pockets right behind the flower there's also a fluid inside, and it's believed that this and mucilage both serve to ward off insects like ants, just roaming ants just sort of cluttering up the flower and just getting in the way, really. So the plants produce this mucilage, and it literally drips from the plant. So I want to show this to you, and then I've also got a Drosera Capensis and a few other Droseras, and I'll show you what the difference in mucilage is between a Bromeliad and a carnivorous plant. I imagine that the consistency, or what it's composed of, is different, slightly different for carnivorous plants, because I imagine that there's a digestive enzyme that comes into play with that to actually facilitate digestion of their prey. Well, not prey, but their bugs. So yeah, follow me and we'll show you what mucilage looks like. Alright, so this is Alcantaria extensa. You can see it's a really big Bromeliad. And if I take you down just on the leaf over there, right there, that in the rain is some of the mucilage that's fallen from the flower spike above. Let me just see if I can get that up. So you can see that in this case, it's not sticky. It's just, well, I suppose it's kind of sticky, but it's not. It's more like jelly. Yeah, it's like I said, it's like a booger, and it just kind of falls off. So there's some there. There's some over there, 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 right. And then if you go up the length of the flower, okay, you can see here's some mucilage right here. Ooh, let's see if I can just get that in focus. Yeah, here we go. And then there's some more up here. So there's quite a bit up there. And you can again, it's got water. It's made from water, basically, I'm sure, most of it. So I tend to find this a lot when the flower's in its developmental, the spike is in its developmental state. Now this flower spike is actually kind of pretty much it's finishing. So there's sort of one last flower, I think, to come there, and that one opened last night. And then there's a couple on this end here. So I think there'll pretty much be like 2 days left if they flower every evening. And you can actually see the seed being developed there. Right, so this is just out of interest, that is the female part of the flower. So yeah, this is the mucilage. So I'm going to show you you can see that it's sort of, this flower's about to open, right? Perhaps tonight, or no, probably in a day's time. This will extend and it will come out, and then all of this will happen. So it will have all these petals. So you can see that the mucilage is based on the flower that hasn't opened yet, there as well, and whoops, there as well, and also here. So yeah, there's more mucilage down there, even on the seeds that are forming. So there's some right in there, and this is at the base. It's really gross, but yeah, it doesn't feel sticky, at least not totally sticky. It's kind of a little bit, actually, in retrospect. Cool. Okay, so let's go to the Drosera Capensis. These are Drosera Capensis, carnivorous plants. Okay, and again you can see that the mucilage is literally all over the leaf. So basically here, let's see if I can use a better example. This is a different species of Drosera, and on this one you can actually see the mucilage a lot better. So it's this the edges of these little red tentacle type jobbies. You'll see what looks like sugar or dew, and this is the mucilage. So if I were to just touch it, yeah, let's see, you can actually see those strings, all those strands just kind of coming off my finger there. So that's the mucilage for carnivorous plants. So they use it to trap insects. These are indigenous to this area. And then there's obviously the king sundew. This one's looking a bit shabby because I've been away for a bit and did not look after it properly. So, and then these guys are obviously really happy. And again, there you can see mucilage. So this is sticky, and this, I'm sure, I imagine that it's got to have some sort of digestive, ability, as opposed to Bromeliad mucilage, because they obviously use it to trap insects, like I said earlier. Yeah, so that is mucilage, everybody. So if you found this video informative, I'm glad that you did. If you have any comments or questions about mucilage or anything else, yeah, hit me up. As always, thank you for watching. Have a brilliant day. Keep gardening, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheers, guys.